Then in the next step in the choral singing in the mountains was the introduction of a new system of singing that came down at the beginning of the 19th century from Pennsylvania into the Shenandoah Valley, up the Shenandoah, where Harrisonburg, Virginia, became the center for the printing of these books and the teaching of this new method called the shape note music method. And so each note of the scale has a different shape to indicate its position, you see. And so these singing masters came over the mountains and after the Civil War right away, and they taught. They were not men of great learning, but they'd learned this system. And they taught what we call singing schools, and they would announce ahead of time that they were going to teach a subscription school, meaning that people could pay a little bit, and he would get $1 a day and board round among us. And in 10 days, sometimes 2 weeks, people would come for miles, and everybody in the community learned to read music. And so we were a great singing community where you could get a choir of 100 people if you wanted to. And you know, now, today, when they have a funeral, they can hardly get a quartet even to sing. But when I was a boy, when we heard the bell toll, people went immediately to help those the family for whom the bell tolled, and the singers would come in, and we would sit up. We'd call it a wake. It was not one of those drinking, boisterous affairs. It was a very solemn, prayerful occasion, and we sang hymns. And then at the funeral, you could get all the singers you wanted. What a change has taken place when singing has become almost a thing of the past. You can't even get a crowd to sing unless you pass out words for most songs. But people, at one time, people kept them, they didn't say in their minds, they said in their hearts they kept these songs. So that the singing school became a very important institution, not only because it taught people to sing, it was good for the community too because it brought people together, and then of course when they were singing religious songs they couldn't be bad, so it had a great moral effect on the community.